Okay, let's see. Here he is in Mailbag. Something I need to say.
We need a song.
We're in
It's
mailbag
time.
after all.
It's mailbag time.
We're in mailbag after all. We're
maybe
in
we don't need a
mailbag
song.
after all. It's a mailbag world.
Who was it that said that's what we need is a song for them? They were like a police bunch. It was just, she kept trying to come up with this tune. It was like, no. No.
Dun, 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 da, 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 da.
Anyway, still something from the overture. That would be good.
I've got to confess to something, and here's something that surprised me this week. Bless me, Tony, for I have sinned.
Well, duh.
I mean, it's been many
years. How long
years
until your last confession? I mean, roughly.
I've never confessed before. Are you kidding me? This is my first confession.
Oh, Martin, you don't need to hear this.
I'm hoping I get prizes and stuff. When I went to record the show last week,
yes,
I hit a wrong button. And at first I thought I'd lost the show. The whole week.
You lost a whole week?
I thought I'd lost it. I didn't. I had the whole week.
I knew that because you didn't call me in a panic.
Right. And I would have called you in a Honda anyway.
You haven't lived till Scott's called you in a panic. His idea of panic is, so I messed up. Actually, he wouldn't have said messed.
Yeah, right.
I
did something wrong.
Zigged when I should have zagged, and I lost the whole week of shows. Then I would say words that I can't think of replacement parts for.
And he would say, well, I already deleted all of them.
Well, because I do. I delete them as I go along, because why do I need them? And then I have to go back through history, and that's a challenge.
So anyway, I hit the wrong record button. It recorded in the cloud instead of on my local machine.
Oh, I don't know what that means, but okay.
And
I don't explain it.
I can tell you what it means. It means they never saw us both on the screen at the same time. So
we could be the same person.
Well, no, because it flipped back and forth depending on who was talking the most.
That would give you a boy. You could have a seizure on that one.
You'd think, but guess what? Nobody mentioned it. Not one person seemed to notice. And my brother called me several times this week to tell me
watching.
No, they're watching. I just
I'm wondering, are they? I mean, watching that thing flip back and forth when we talk would cause seizures.
Oftentimes you're looking at me and you start talking and it takes a moment for the camera to flip and then you're talking.
And by then I'm done and you're into
and
something.
I chortle and here, it takes a moment for it to come back to me.
So we have to talk slower than
apparently. No, we're not doing that. I made sure this time
so we're not
local machine
broadcasting to the cloud,
but apparently nobody cares.
Okay, I can understand that.
So let's jump into the comments, shall we?
Sure.
Apropos of This Is True Really News, episode 775, from my brother, Chris Combs, no relation. We were talking about somebody being a real Jeffery. And in his subtle political way, Chris says, real Jeffery? How about a real Joe?
No, see, I still have decent connotations for Joe. My youngest grandson is Joe. So there we have the spectrum. The good.
Yep.
The Washington.
It is what it is.
And yes, it is you can use good, bad, or Washington as the, and I don't mean the president because he'd be in the good.
Let's see.
I mean the DC. Am I doing okay?
What? No.
I'm digging a hole, huh?
Do you smell toast?
Raisin.
Uh-oh. This is a big one.
Should I just sit here and drool and be done with it?
Here I come, Elizabeth.
Yeah. I was shocked because I got a chance to see Red Fox do a live show.
Oh.
I mean, it was recorded, obviously, when I watched it. But I got to see Red's live show. It's not at all like Sanford and Son.
No.
It's funny, and now I know what Eskimos do when they have to do.
Oh my!
And he needs his drink replenished.
A lot.
Yep.
From short, what?
Eskimo going pee. Chunk chunk.
Clink clink clink.
Oh, that was. I'm sorry.
Apropos of shorts, number 69 from This Is True Really News, and a viewer named ChirpZA.
Okay.
ChirpZA. I wonder if he's from
Zaire.
New Zealand. Zaire. Oh, maybe he's a zebra. I don't think he's watched many of our shows.
What gives that away?
This is wholesome, guys. Ha ha. Keep it up.
Okay, either he's being incredibly sarcastic, which we have to develop a font for, or he hasn't watched many of our shows.
No, yeah, I don't think he's seen a lot of them. There's and here's the problem with people who go, you guys are so wholesome. Keep listening as long as you can.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, we're better than only fans, okay?
Apropos of This Is True Really News, episode 777.
Oh, the mark of the bond.
That's right. And I thought, well, no, I thought it was Seagram's and 7-Up.
Ew.
77, 7.
7 trips.
Yeah, it just doesn't fit. From Chris Combs, my brother, no relation.
He's got a lot of time on his hands, doesn't he?
He's retired.
I'm retired. I have a lot of time on my hands. I'm not writing to you.
Message in a bottle. Remember the story about message in a bottle? Somebody threw it out in Newfoundland, and it ended up in, it showed up in what? Vancouver?
Somewhere, yeah.
No, not Vancouver.
Vancouver would be the other side of the world, dude. That's a long freaking trip. That would be noteworthy.
Let's see it get past Lake of the Woods. I think basically
it just basically went south. I think the Arctic would mess it up big time.
Yeah, they got picked up in Quebec somewhere. Quebec.
I think it went down south from Newfoundland to
Quebec.
Sure. Let's go with Montreal.
Message in a bottle.
Let's go to Winnipeg. That'll scare him.
In French, he said, "Go away or I shall taunt you again," which is the first Monty Python reference for the week.
Yes. Boy, I blew that one early.
This is true,
or late, I suppose, depending how you look at it.
This is True Really News. Mailbag episode 108. Patrick Reed checks in, our man in Liverpool.
Bloody.
Tony.
What?
The term ma'am is a derivative of madam and is a polite form of address to royalty.
I understand what ma'am is. What's mum?
Hang on. It is also used in the presence when addressing a superior female officer.
Hang on one second. Vladdy, get to the frickin' point faster from now on, okay? Thanks. Go ahead.
Gov is short for governor and is used when addressing a superior male officer.
Yes. Or Vera.
Because, holy cow, she was an East German shot putter in an earlier life.
I am not going to tick her off. Oh, no, she was a babe back in the day.
Oh, was she?
Oh. She was one of the parents in one of those early witch movies that they remade, which wasn't any better than the first one.
Oh, sure.
And I looked and I said, that's Blythe. Oh, wow. She's a stunner.
Apropos of This Is True Really News, episode 778, and the last one today from our man in Liverpool, Patrick Reed.
Did he ever tell me why we say mum instead of ma'am when it's written on the screen,
ma'am? It's an
ma'am?
accent thing. They mean ma'am. And they
all have the same freaking accent?
Yeah.
Because there was one.
It's mum in English no matter where you go.
No, it's not. M-A-A-M is not mum. And that's how whenever you see it on the screen.
Now I know why you're a Calvinist.
I'm not a Calvinist. You bite your very tongue right off of your very face. That's insulting, dude. Where was I now?
You were being insulted.
Yeah, I was. I forget. No, every time you watch it on TV, and because I'm, not the best at hearing things, we always have the screen, the little letters on the screen, the closed captioning. It's always M-A-A-M, and it's always pronounced mum.
Yeah, well, apparently
there was one shot. There was one show where the lady said, "I'll be your boss. I'm not a governor. I'm not a mum. I'm a ma'am." Only show that got the damn thing right.
Well, then.
So, Vladdy, explain that to me.
Oh, for Pete's sake. Let's go to show 778.
Not until Vladdy explains that to me. Oh, you can't.
We're going to have to wait a week.
Yeah.
The Underwater Hotel. Remember the guy who was underwater for 45 days?
Hi, that got here quick.
Word is they have an outstanding dry T-shirt competition every Sunday night.
All right, he wins the internet for this week.
Nice job, Patrick.